The problem is that I feel that over the last few years, teams have become so obsessed with the idea of winning that they forgot their team identity.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And in NA, it's what it is, you know? Like the problem is that you have these teams and you say, who are the players? And it's just 5 people you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you come to Brazil and you look around and there are 5 people and you have one guy from America, one guy from Korea, one guy from Europe, another guy from like Thailand, you know, and then you say, yeah, this is Brazil. But it's like, is it? Like with NA, I feel like they just sat there. They brought in so many imports. They brought in so many roster changes every time that no one can really get to know the players
You have to
anymore.
connect, yeah.
Yeah, and if you can't connect with the players, why would you care?
Yeah,
You
they
know?
disconnected with the audience. They lose their identity. It's something very strange that happened in LCS, and that's exactly my point here, because the interest in LCS is going down.
No one cares.
Yeah, the public don't see the LCS anymore. The audience is very low, and the results are not helping too. So what do you think is the future of LCS? Because a lot of talking is going on about merge with CBLOL. What do you think about that? You think it's a good move for Brazil? It's a good move for USA? I don't like this move for us here in Brazil.
So the problem that I could see with that is that the issue is that if you do, let's say, a merge between LCS and CBLOL, then both of them lose their identity.
Yeah.
And then the people that supported each of them won't feel as strong for this that like came together, right? I think the honest play for LCS is they sit there and they start getting content creators. Honestly. Like, how insane would it be at one point if LCS says every single split, we're going to have, let's say, 2 teams, right? Like 2 teams that will just be content creators. Just content creators. And then you have content creators that play for a chance to go to MSI. People would explode with interest. Explode. Because all of a sudden you get to see a team that has, let's say, Tarzan as jungle versus a team that's Dantes as jungle, you know? You get to see
It's amazing.
You get to see Tyler 1 that could go to MSI. It would get 500,000 viewers. But the problem is that they won't. Because they're too lazy, they don't care, and they just...
Actually, if your name is Baiano, maybe you're gonna try it.
Because when I watch LCS, when I see the North America today, when I talk about esports, I don't see any identity, any appeals. It's flavors. I know, I see that and say, who like the LCS today? Who's watching LCS today?
No.
They have idols there because the players lose power there.
Yep.
The influences in North America today is much more important to the region than the players.
I mean, listen, at the end, you just need to look at it and you say, you know, why do I always leave? Why do I go to Korea? Why do I go to Europe? You know, it's because, like, at the end of the day, North America doesn't really have an identity. You know, it's kind of just like, it's a region that kind of wants to win and spends a lot of money for it, but at the same time, they don't care, you know? So, LCS, I honestly think that unless they do something crazy with content creators, it's dead.
You think the audience is being negatively impacted for you streamers because the failure of the competitive of LCS? They lose interest in all the products of League of Legends, like streaming and other things in North America?
So listen, when it comes to that, I will say one thing. Riot is the worst company when it comes to their content creators.
Holy.
And the reason why I say that is because why is it Baiano's job to do the CBLOL? Why is it my job to do when I'm in NA, the Dantes Invitational? Why is it Drew Toot's job to go and do his like tournament in EU? Why is it on the content creators to organize these tournaments that are to bring hype for the community? At the end of the day, Riot needs to understand that them giving 30 content creators a couple skin codes every few weeks doesn't actually mean they're making an effort, because they don't make an effort. They just sit there and they want to look pretty, and then they want to say, hey guys, maybe we can feature your tweets on our LCS. But at the end of the day, they don't do anything for us. Everything that I built myself. And a lot of these like organizations, right, the tournaments and stuff like that, it was with the help of other content creators. Riot themselves, they never helped me with any of this. I got to where I was, not because of Riot, but despite them, right? And that's the issue. It's just that the second that they start actually embracing their content creators, the second they start actually taking the shit serious and giving us the tools that we need to really shine and be able to create amazing content, is the day that League of Legends starts contending as a top game again.
Because today I think Riot puts in some kind of preference the esports. Yeah, all the force, all the issue,
and it doesn't even give them anything. It's I'll give you an example, okay? It's like, imagine you have two babies.
Yeah.
Right? One of them, he just got his arms and legs cut off.
I started laughing at the babies because of something, but go on.
Okay, and then this is all in game, right? It's like you have two babies. One of the babies, his arms and legs just got cut off, and he was born deaf, blind, mute. So he's like a vegetable, right? And then the other baby, right? He's a perfectly normal baby. And then you sit there, you grab steroids, right? Are you going to put the steroids in the baby that has no arms or legs? Or are you going to put in the baby that can actually grow strong? And the issue is that right now, Riot needs to identify that the baby that can go strong is the content creators. And the second they identify that and they shift their focus is the second that they can start going crazy again.
Like they're going like in a slow path, but I think that they are actually realizing little by little because, for example, the co-stream thing was something that, like, I'm gonna take it to Brazil, to CBLOL, because it's what we are familiar with. But if I told Sheppy, people are gonna co-stream CBLOL, like 2 years ago, what you would say?
I will never believe that.
Like, here in Brazil, it was completely impossible.
Yeah.
What's happening now. But actually, like CBLOL, for CBLOL, and I think China too, they actually tried to give some, not steroids, they tried to give some pills to just some pills.
Like, that's good, but the thing is, I would have to see effort made outside of the pro scene.
I see.
The second that they make effort to say, we're going to organize a tournament, we're going to do this for you guys, we're going to do that, like, is the day that I would sit there and be like, okay, they're trying. But right now, all they give is skin codes. And I'm going to be honest with you, giving my viewer a beekeeper Teemo isn't going to like direct traffic to the game or make anyone like me more, you know? It's like they need to actually give creators opportunities and they need to do like more for the creators in general. You know?
You think Riot is tunnel vision on esports? They only invest in sports, puts the efforts in sports, in the content creators are you do anything on your own and we can help you.
So I think that's the direction they've been going for years, and I think that this year was kind of like a good shift in the right direction because we're seeing that they're listening a bit more to like community feedback, right? With like balance changes, people are more active on Twitter, all that stuff. So I'm just hoping that once they start actually investing more in their creators, then it just like paves the roadwork for everything else, right? Because at the end of the way that a game grows isn't through its pro scene, it's through the people that market it to a normie audience, right?
Yeah. You travel a lot for the